Ye tu dharmamritam idam yathoktam paryupasate shraddadhana mat parama bhaktastetiva me priyah. He who follows this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engages himself with faith, making me the supreme goal, is very, very dear to me. So Krishna has explained so far, such a devotee is dear to me, he is very dear to me. Now Krishna is mentioning Ativ, means very, very dear to me. Who is very, very dear to Krishna? Ye tu dharma amritam idam, who follows this imperishable path of devotional service, who completely engages himself with faith, shraddadhana mat parama, making me the supreme goal. So one should not simply get stuck in these qualities or engage in bhakti for some other motive. One should just have Krishna only as the ultimate aim of life. One whose aim of life is Krishna and who follows this path, such a devotee is very, very dear to Krishna. And then there is one devotee who is most dear to Krishna. Nobody has been dearer. Here Krishna has mentioned various qualities. You don't get disturbed by happiness and distress, you are dear to me. Don't care about residence, you are dear to me. And you don't hanker for anything, don't lament for anything, you are dear to me. But there is one qualification Krishna tells, that Krishna mentions at the end of Bhagavad Gita. Nobody has ever been dearer to Krishna, and nobody in future also shall ever be so dear to him as this person. Who is this person? 18th chapter Krishna writes. So entire Bhakti Yoga is being dear to Krishna. The more we become dear to Krishna, pleasure in devotional service, spiritual life comes. We get all the knowledge. Who am I? What is God? What is our relationship? Everything follows automatically. Simply one has to become dear. So the person who is most dear to Krishna, Krishna mentions at the end of Gita is Nacha tasman manusheshu kaschin me priya krittamaha ya imam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshu abhidhasyati. One who explains this knowledge to others, preaches to others. This is a secret. First secret is to understand Bhagavad Gita, and second secret is to spread this knowledge to others. Then we become most dear to Krishna. So with this ends this very important chapter, devotional service. These very important verses are chanted, just 20 verses in many ceremonies, Abhishekam ceremonies in all the temples, because all the confusion is completely sorted out, and the topmost position, the topmost personality is completely, very clearly, without any doubt, explained in these verses. So let us try to assimilate, let us try to develop these qualities. With this, the sandwich portion, the stuff, the most important matter is there in between the bread loaves of the sandwich. So similarly in Bhagavad Gita, the most important section has been very carefully preserved in the middle, that is Bhakti Yoga, the middle 6 chapters. First 6 chapters Karma Yoga we have studied, now last 6 chapters Jnana Yoga. This Jnana Yoga also is very important, because if you follow simply Bhakti Yoga, that is very nice. Just you can engage in service of Krishna. But as we have discussed, we are prone to use our discretion and deliberation in this age. And culture also is not so strong. If somebody gives some false arguments, we may deviate and leave the path. So that we become firmly fixed on this path, this process of Jnana Yoga, understanding, analyzing the path of extricating oneself from this material nature, how living entity gets trapped, all this knowledge is very, very helpful and important. Let us understand this wonderful what is this nature, how does it behave, how does one get trapped, how to come out of it. This wonderful knowledge will be explained henceforth. So very soon we'll meet with chapter 13. Thank you so much for hearing. Keep on chanting always. Hare Krishna.